These are the 10 best reasons, in my opinion, that you need to consider making the move to Delaware. Maybe you already have 2 or 3 reasons why Delaware could be a good choice, or maybe you can't even think of one. Don't worry, I have 10 of the best reasons to move to Delaware as somebody who's lived here for more than 2 decades and has sold now with his team over 1,000 properties spanning over 8 years here with the Loft team. And if you want to know what there is to do, what's going on in housing, and what's going to happen next, get our Loft report. We update it every single month so that you can stay up to date with everything Delaware. Get it right here. Number 1, it's the central location. Can you beat the ability to get to Philly, to get to the beaches, to get over to Baltimore, to get to all these places within an hour 15 minutes? I think the central location is one of the most overlooked reasons people need to move to Delaware. Whether you're looking to get into Jersey, whether you got family up in New York or down in Williamsburg, the weekend trip ability, the just going out for the evening ability to anywhere throughout the state, regardless of anywhere outside the state, is bar none one of my favorite things in Delaware. Because I can live in Dover but still have dinner in Wilmington. I could still have a meeting down at the beaches later that next day. It's a very travelable state, and if you're trying to get out of it, it is also very easy to get to these highly popular areas in just minutes. Number 2, I'm a weather guy. I love a great thunderstorm. I like a good snow, and hey, I want some spring and fall weather that's gonna actually feel like spring and fall. And frankly, Delaware with a moderate to low temperature winter and then a very tolerable summer that really only sees its aches and pains in its humidity, not in its actual high temperature. You'll see 12 to 16 thunderstorms. You'll see 12 to 16 inches of snow throughout the entire winter. You're not going to see anything extreme. In fact, even severe weather events like tornadoes and hurricanes are not really something that people in Delaware think too often about, even though we've had a couple more tornadoes in the last 5-10 years than before. Other than that, it really marks Delaware as a weather threat. Number 3, tax time. You're thinking about when you scan that item at the gas station, you buy the new car, or you order something off Amazon. You have shopping tax, but not in Delaware. Delaware is a 0% shopping tax state. It's been that way for forever, and it's not going away anytime soon. We're one of the few states that still offers this on anything shopping, both online and in person, and I gotta tell you, that savings adds up. Number 4, let's talk life cycle. Now, whether or not you come to Delaware as a kid, like myself and my brother did, being raised in Felton, or you come for college, University of Delaware, Delaware State University, even Wilmington, job or military relocation may bring you in as a young adult, young family, or who knows, later in life, second home, vacation home, even retirement could have you thinking of Delaware, but can I tell you that Delaware fits all those lifestyles? You can live all the way from a child to retirement, loving and being in the same state due to things like its central location, due to its tax friendliness, due to a lot of reasons. Delaware is favorable to live in for an entire life cycle, and there's very few places where you can find the oldest of the old and the youngest of the young seeing benefits of being in a city, county, or state. Number 5, underplayed and under talked about, it's the food and drink. From the bars and grills, the food trucks, the festivals. There's a taco and tequila one that has my heart. The farmers markets, the family fun events, the music festivals. So much to do, and it all has to do with food. I want to tell you my 3 favorites. I've listed them in this guide. It's a Delaware guide. In fact, I've listed my top 3 favorites for each area of Delaware. This will pop right up on your phone. You don't even need an email, and I'll tell you exactly where I prefer to eat, where others have shown that has been their favorite, and some spots you may not have heard of. But food and drink in Delaware, top notch. Number 6, I told you I was getting ahead of myself. The festivals and events in Delaware, bar none, one of my faves. We just lost one big festival you may have heard of before, the Firefly Music Festival. And a lot of people knew Delaware's festivals for just that main event. That was really for the younger demographic. Did you know that we have a jazz festival? Did you know that we have a Sea Witch festival? Did you know that, before I mentioned earlier, we have a taco and tequila event? Did you know that we have a peach festival and even an entire gathering that takes a weekend specifically for Scrapple? I don't even like Scrapple. We love food in Delaware, but we also love coming together as a community, whether it be for fireworks, whether it be for food, a barbecue, a community event at a park, all the time, every day. There could be something to be found to do in Delaware, whether it be historic and nature focused at one of our parks or museums, or an organized community event like the Riverwalk Fest or the Downtown Stroll that happens in Milford. Number 10 is honestly only for someone seriously looking to relocate to Delaware, so it might be the most important reason, but number 7 is my most important reason. Whether it's for distance, whether it's short game, whether it's a links, whether it's by the bay, the golf in Delaware severely underrated. I cannot stress this enough. White Clay, Rock Manor, and Deerfield up north, St. Anne's Links, Jonathan's Landings, or Mapledale and Central, to American Classic, Kings Creek, all the way down to even in Maryland where you have Berlin and Ocean Pines. Wow, is the golf in Delaware really something. Number 8, to my business owners or those that are just nerdy about what goes on with corporations and companies, it's the fact that Delaware, like Nevada, is one of the most popular places to have an LLC in. ESPN, Tesla, ABC, even big places like Sony incorporate their companies in Delaware. And does that mean that they have an office here? No, it just means that they have a file in a cabinet somewhere. But what that means for you, the tax implications. See, Delaware makes a lot of its funds, LLC tax and transfer tax. But what we don't have to pay, in large part because of that, shopping tax. So the fact that we have such a large amount of companies that choose to incorporate their businesses here in Delaware, we, as the people who live in Delaware, get to see the benefits. Number 9 is akin to number 10, but for two completely different people. Can I tell you, if you're looking to invest in Delaware versus looking to live in Delaware, 9 is for this person, 10 is for the live. 9 is for the person looking to invest because Delaware is probably the best state to invest in the entire country. I know that's an audacious claim, but look at lodging tax, look at property tax, look at cost of living, look at the upkeep value of these properties, and then add in one little piece that you may not be considering, Airbnb Mecca. The supply for Airbnbs all across the country has skyrocketed, but in areas where there's true USP, there's a unique selling proposition to that area like Delaware has with its beaches, there's ample opportunity to take on secondary properties, vacation properties, to turn into rental homes, vacation homes for others are a need. We still have those areas growing in our economy. And to be frank with you, if you want to invest in real estate in Delaware, whether it's at the beaches, central Delaware, an area that's growing in value, or up north where multifamily investments are more available. And number 10, I said this is for the serious person. So if you're not serious about moving to Delaware, hi, what are we doing here? I don't know why you're here, because this is for someone that's seriously looking at the relocation side of Delaware. Delaware for you may be the right option, right? You may have already scoped out the school. You may like the weather. You may want to have the bike trails that are down in the Lewis area. What I want to focus on here, one of the largest pieces of the pie. Delaware has this odd quirk. And since the barriers of our state aren't growing while our population is indeed growing, home values will go up. Now, I want you to imagine for yourself, though, you're at a club. You get out to the club and there's a big artist that's going to be performing tonight. Everyone's excited to see this artist, right? The food's being provided by a great restaurant. The drinks are on the house or cheap. It's going to be a great time. What is going to be at the door of a club like that, having a night like that? In many of all cases, there's going to be a cover charge that helps keep the demand where it needs to be so that the crowd doesn't overrun the place. Now let's look at Delaware. Delaware's cost of living is low. When you're in Delaware, it's a great place to systematically be to keep money in your pocket while enjoying a great lifestyle. And we have metrics that show that over the course of time in Delaware, it will keep being a good time because home prices will more than likely go up. But can I tell you, that comes with a cover charge. If you look at Delaware compared to other states, we are the most expensive state against all the other 49 to move into. Now, that doesn't mean the home prices are high. In fact, they're about moderate to average throughout the entire country at about 350 to 400K. But what's different is our closing costs. Well over 4% is what you can expect to pay against the purchase price of a home when moving in. And that's for taxes specifically. Transfer taxes, everything that goes into your attorney, surveys, inspections. Delaware is an expensive place to move into, but an amazing place to be a part of. And so for those seriously looking into Delaware, that's an awesome reason to make the move for right here, but it comes with the warning sign, the con of right over here, the expensive cover charge or closing costs. And those are my 10 reasons why you should be considering making a move into Delaware. And if you're like me and you want to know about the nuances of what make up our state, I've broken it up into 5 zones that you can pick from. Zone 1 being above the canal and Zone 5 being the area where they're playing all the banjos. Nowhere to go, nowhere to avoid, or just look into the best places to live. Either way, subscribe to our channel. We post on Wednesday or Friday for those looking to make the relocation into Delaware. And I hope you have a dandy Delaware day.